priest up.
Shakar Ban Shemawan, Banya Shalom.
Shakar Ban Shemawan, Banya Shalom.
Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Yahweh Shem Yashabakta. Good to go in the cups. Damn. Thing was holding.
La Yashala.
La Yashala.
All right. Amajum, upon Yakudan, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer, first in the Hebrew and then in the English. Repeat after me. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwitha.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah. Ratazaka. I.S.U.P.K. Ba'aratiza. Kawak.
Bashamayim.
Nathalanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam.
Wasalakmanawa.
Kabawaknawa.
Kasalaknawa.
Kabawathiyanawa.
Wala'ah.
Tabi'aynawa.
Banasayawan.
Abal.
Awashaynawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka.
Amalakwat.
Wa'ala.
Wa'atapara. La'aywalamyam. Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Hakat the power. Yahweh Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai. Baba Kushah. Nathalanawa. Akka. Larpa'ah. Kal Makala. Kal Madawa. Akka. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Akka. Lahakwiyam. Amathiam. Akka. Al-Karwa. Hatama'ala. Lagarshan. Bahasham. Yahweh Shai. The water Aman. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Blessings. Barakatha Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa
Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayam.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawak Yahanna.
Ha Alawakyam. Ha Suranyam. Ha
Kotazayanyam. Ha Kayayoyam. Waha Akwakyam. Yahweh. Ba'asham. Yahweh Shai. The water Aman. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
In Yahawashi.
And Yahweh.
In Michael.
And Michael.
In the angel.
And the angel.
Commanding General Yahanna.
Commanding General Yahanna.
The generals.
The general.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahawashi.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha
Asha
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahorium.
Ahahorium.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Isariah.
Isariah.
Isariah. Ma'ayan. Yahweh. I.S.H.U.P.K. Shemayim. Wa'aratazak.
Al Yathan.
Lamawat. Regalka.
Al Yanawam.
Shamarka. Anala'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyaka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'ayakalka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makalrai. Yashamar. Apnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'atka. Wabawa'atka. Ma'aita. Wa'ai. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasharallah shall neither slumber nor sleep.
he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in,
and thy coming in.
from this time forward
From this time forward
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
All Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
All Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
All Tashakwat.
Al-Tashquat.
All Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awiyabika.
Awiyabika.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Wamashanaka.
Wamashanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'adwa. Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Ya'arayamwa.
Ya'arayamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayatha Ya'aitazawad.
Wayata Ya'aitazawad.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakida.
Wanakakida.
Mongolia.
Mongolia.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Shamyasha'ala.
Shamyasha'ala.
Iwad.
Iwad.
Karyah.
Karyah.
Nawa'aitazawad.
Nawa'aitazawad.
Lab.
Lab.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Baryah.
Baryah.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Aholia.
Aholia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashmai alayam.
Wayashamai alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wa'hagorium.
Wahagorium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimawan.
Aimalak.
Wa'aimalak.
Palashah.
Palashah.
Am-Yashabya.
I'm Yeshabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Nalawah.
Nalawa.
Aimam.
Aiman.
Ayawa.
Hayawa.
Zorwai.
Zorwai.
Labanyalawat.
Labanyalawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadyan.
Kamadyan.
Kasiyah Sara'ah.
Kasayah Sara'ah.
Kayabyam.
Kayabyam.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Kuyashua.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ayanda Ara.
Ayanda Ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Dama.
La'adama.
La'adma.
Shayatumwa.
Shayatumwa.
Nadayamawa.
Narayamawa.
Ka'arab.
Kai Arab.
Wakaza'aba.
Wakazaaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazalmanai.
Wakatazalmanai.
Called Nasiyakumwa.
Kanayashikamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Nayarashah.
Nayarashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ah.
Ah.
Na'awa.
Na'awa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahayah.
Alahayah.
Shayatumwa.
Shayatumwa.
Kagagala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rakwa.
Lapanya Rakah.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Ira Yaira.
Double Ira Yaira.
Wakala Haba.
Wakala Haba.
Salahat.
Salahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Daradapma.
Thoradapma.
Basa Irika.
Basa Irika.
Wabasa
Wabasa Wapaka.
Dabaholam.
Dabaholam.
Mala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Punyaham.
Punyaham.
Palawan.
Palawan.
Wayabakwashua.
Wayabakwashua.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabashua.
Yabashua.
Wayabahoa.
Wayabahoa.
Ariai.
Ariai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayaabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Atha.
Atha.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabaka.
Yabaka.
Aliwan.
Aliwan.
Alka-Arataza.
Al-Kal Ha'aratazak. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make tumult,
thy enemies make a tumult.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
and consulted against thy hidden one.
And consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Yahshua may be no more remembered.
For they are consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together in one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of
The
Edom,
tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Israelite,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarene,
and the Hagarene,
Gabal and Ammon,
the Baal and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also joined with them.
I.S.U.P.K also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah.
They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kasam,
at the brook of Kasam,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Arad,
Make their nobles like Arad,
and like Zeed,
and like Zeed.
yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Zabah,
as Isupk,
and as Zamuna,
and as Zamuna,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
the houses of God in possession.
O my power,
Oh, my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as a stubble before the wind,
as they stumble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as a fire burneth the wood,
and as a flame setteth the mountains on
and
fire,
as the flame set the mountains on fire,
so persecute them with thy tempest,
so persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
Oh, Yahweh,
let them be confounded,
let them be confounded,
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame,
let them be put to shame,
and perish,
perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Sar, which means to turn. Yadita, hands down. Yashabik, can be seated.
Thank you, God. You see my phone? Oh, my phone. It's fine. The water. Shalom, shalom. Okay, we are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West 125th Street from New York under Commanding General Yahanna. Since 1969, we've been bringing out the truth. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true biblical Israelites of the Bible. Like, here it is, the water. Okay, and we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. That's right. Okay. This is the headquarters in Florida, 1628 Avenue E, Riviera Beach, Florida. Okay. And as you know, scheduled, we run the Sabbath service to, bring back our traditions, what we do, learn our language again, read what we did and what we didn't do to please the Most High Power. Okay, so we're going to get into it. Okay, we're going to start in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 30, okay, verse 25. We're going to read it in the Hebrew, and then we're going to read it in the English, okay? So I'm gonna let the officer Shakar go ahead and start it.
Go
ahead.
This is the first book of Samuel, chapter 30 and verse 25 in the Hebrew. Wa Yahaya Madaya lucky. Ma Hayawam Ha Hawa'a Wa Ma'ila Wa Yashma Lachak Wa Lamashapak La Yasha'ala I Hayawam Hazaha Wayaba'a Dawada O Tazak Kwalaga Waya Shalach Maha Shalom Lazaquanya Yahawada Lara Ihawa La Amar Hana Lakam Baraka Mashallah Ayabaya Yahweh La Amar. So La Ashar Baba Yad O Wa La Ashar Bara Mawath Nagab Wala Ashar Bayathar Wala Ashar Ba'ira Wala Ashar Ba Shap Pamawath Wala Ashar Ba Ashaf Ma'ai Wala Ashar Barakal Wala Ashar Ba'iriya Ha Ya Rahamalaya Lara Ashar Wala Ashar Ba'iriya Ha Kwayanya Wala Ashar Ba Harama Wala Ashar Ba Bawar Aishan Wala Ashar Ba Ithaka Wala Ashar Ba Khabarawan Wala Ka Hama Kwamawath Ashar Hatha Halak Sham Dawada Hawa'a Wa Anashiawa.
That's it. You should be through 31. That's it.
Should be going to 31.
Oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, I went too quick.
Mm-hmm.
All them was a lot of stars. Malaka cards. Back to it. See the first book of Samuel, chapter 30 and verse 25 in the English. And it was so from that day forward that he made it a statute and an ordinance for Israel unto this day. And when David came to Ziklag, he sent of the spoils unto the elders of Judah, even to his friends, saying, Behold, a present for you of the spoil of the enemies of the Most High, to them which were in Bethel, and to them that were in South Ramoth, and to them which are in Jatir, and to them which were in Auror, and to them which were in Siphmoth, and to them which were in Eshtemoa, and to them which were in Rachal, and to them which were in the city of the Jerahmeelites, and to them which were in the cities of the Kenites, and to them which were in Hormah, and to them which were in Korashan, and to them which were in Athak, and to them which were in Hebron, and to all the places where David himself and his men were wont to hunt. That's it.
Okay, so we're picking up from where so David rescued. Remember, they was going to war, and then they left. They left the wives and the children, and then they got captured by these heathens. Mm-hmm. So David and his men went and rescued their wives and children, and this is the spoils. So they dividing the spoils. Sounds like they're dividing the spoils. Okay. So we go ahead and give me another set.
First book of Samuel, chapter 31 and verse 1. in the Hebrew. Wa Palashakim na Lachmayam ba Yasha'ala Waya Nasawa Anashya Yasha'ala Mapanya Palashakim Waya Palawa Khalalayam Bahar Ha Nalabai Ha Nalabai Ha Galabai Karuka. Verse 2 Wa Yada Bakwawa Palashakim A Sha'awal Wa A Banyawa Wa Yakawa Palashakim A Ya Hawanathan Yawanathan Yawanathan Wa Abayandab Abayandaba. Sound about right?
Go.
All right. Malakia Shawai Banya Sha'awal Wa Thakabad Ha Malachama All Sha'awal Waya Mataza'ahawa Ha Mawarayam Anashim Bakusha Wayacha Ma'ad Maha Mawariam Waya Amar Sha'awal Lana Ash like it Lana Sha'a Ba Kala Yawa Call you Call you Shalak
Put me up one of those.
Harabaka Wa Dakoranya Baha Pana Ya Bawa Awa Ha'ayralayam Ha'Allah Ha'Allah Wa Dakoranya Waha Ta'ai Lowa Baya Wala'a Abba Nasha'a Salaki Kalyua Kaya Yara'a Ma'ad Wayakwat Sha'awal Ad Ha Kharab Wayapala Alyaha Wayara'a Nasha'a Kalyua Kaya Maha Sha'awal Wayapa God Hawa'a Al Karabwa Wayama
Going to verse 7, right?
Karuka Imawa Wayamath Sha'awal Washalasha Banyawa Salaki Wana Sha'a Kalyua God Call Anashua
It's like your word. You say God.
God. Gam. My bad. Salaki. This Kalyua Gam.
Okay.
The was. Call Anashua. But what was it?
Oh, that's what you said?
Anashua. I forget. Yeah. Anashua. Bayawam. Hawa'a. What's it? Yachadwa. Wayara'awa. Anashya. Yasha'ala. Ashar. Ba'aibar. Ha'aimat. Ha'aimakwa. Wa Ashar. Ba'aibar. Hayaradan. Kaya. Nasawa. Anashya. Yasha'ala. Wakaya. Mathwa. Sha'awal. Wa Banyawa, Wa Ya Izabawa, A Ha'iriam, Wa Ya Nasawa, Wa Ya Ba'awa, Palashafiam, Wa Ya Shabwa, Bahan.
That's it.
Karawakan.
Good job, Tawada.
Karawakan, sir.
Go ahead and give it to me in English.
This is the first book of Samuel, chapter 31 and verse 1 in the English. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled from before the Philistines and fell down slain in Mount Gilboa. And the Philistines followed hard upon Saul and upon his sons, and the Philistines slew Jonathan and Abinadab and Malachishua, Saul's sons, and the battle went sore against Saul, and the archers hit him, and he was sore wounded of the archers. Then said Saul unto his armor bearer, Draw thy sword, and thrust me through therewith, lest these uncircumcised come through, and circumcised come and thrust me through, and abuse me.
Yeah. That's we got to start calling these other nations uncircumcised.
Yeah, I was thinking that for real.
Hey, these, you know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? But
that's hardcore though.
yeah, but you know, shit. Saul, his sons die. You know what I mean? Now he about to get outed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's you know what I mean? Like that's what that. If you think about it, like that's what happens to us when we don't follow the Most High.
Right.
You know what I mean? We
Right.
die. We get taken by other
Right.
nations. You know what I'm saying? So this is, like I said, this book is our history. You know what I'm saying? Telling us what we did and didn't do, what we should have done, and everything is right here. You know what I'm saying? So Most High Christ for that. You know what I mean? So go ahead, keep reading.
Karawakan. Verse 4, towards the end of it. But his armor bearer was not, for he was sore afraid. Therefore Saul took a sword and fell upon it. And when his armor bearer saw that Saul was dead, he fell likewise upon his sword and died with him. So Saul died, and his 3 sons, and his armor bearer, and all his men that same day together.
That's at the same time, that's some coward stuff. You know what I mean? Like you rather kill yourself to fight,
Right.
nigga. If they gonna kill me, they gonna kill me. I don't know. I might make it.
Right.
The Lord might change his mind and be with me.
Right.
I'm fighting. You know what I mean?
Right.
This cat killed himself, man. Like that's
coward
like
way.
coward. Yeah, that's he's
Right.
scared. Man, this is
Easy way out.
Yeah.
he. You know what? He had that. He's always had that spirit. You know what I mean? We read the whole thing. He always had that sucker spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like you rather. What's that? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you rather kill yourself than to go fight. I'd rather fight.
Right.
I'd rather for them to kill me than to kill myself. You know what I mean? Like that sounds backwards.
Right.
Oh, I don't want nobody to know they killed me.
Went out.
That's about right to me, nigga. You know what I mean?
If I may, like it's a very cowardice and heathenist thing because the Japanese were known to do that. Like
They still do that.
Yeah, they do that.
They still do that. When you go to those
Right.
casinos, these cats jumping off the roof, man. I'm telling you. They to this day, and like these casinos cover it up. They don't like publicize it and talk about it. These Japanese and Chinese people kill themselves a lot at these casinos, man.
Right.
They go in there, you know what I mean, bet it all.
Yeah.
And when they don't win,
Life gets
they
too
go,
tough.
you see those cats headed for the elevator? I'm telling you, they do it all the time right now. And like this, we should not be doing this.
Right.
You know, I'd rather fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'd rather fight. I'd rather go to the battle and die in the battle. You know what I mean? At least I'm giving some kind of resistance. You know what I mean? Because they going towards my kids and wife. You know, my wives. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go towards them and slow them down. At least give some kind of resistance instead of just laying down and be like, go ahead. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Go ahead.
Like what Chicago's about to say is heavy to that point. Like they'll see that they're about to lose the battle. Like, it ain't over yet.
Right.
They'll see that the Japanese, Asians, they see that the battle,
It ain't going their way.
The fire start burning up some buildings. Oh,
Yeah.
And they kill themselves. Like,
I'm not sure.
something.
Yeah.
And if I may,
Go ahead.
like you know, like we know the Bible's a record, and it's just crazy that Saul, like, he had this reputation, the Bible, like
Right.
his final thing was him killing
Yeah.
himself. Like,
He always had that sucker spirit, man.
right.
Hating on a brother for nothing and all that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Keep reading, man.
Karawakan.
Shit crazy.
Verse 7. And when the men of Israel that were on the other side of the valley, and they that were on the other side Jordan, saw that the men of Israel fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead, they forsook the city and fled, and the Philistines came and dwelt in them.
See that?
Yeah.
They saw Saul during their run or die and kill himself. Now they're like, well, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, I'm following the leader.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like now Saul would have been fighting and you know them being hardcore, this, that, and the third. They'd be like, man, let's go join the fight. You know, we ain't going out like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead, Saul fought on his own sword, man. Go ahead.
Like David's
Cowards.
men, like I said, they were outnumbered. You know what I'm saying? They had what, like 200 brothers stay behind or something because they didn't do it. And David's men kept trucking. You know what I'm saying? Even then, after 200 brothers stay.
Hey, the
behind.
Lord always, it's records in here. The Lord, he don't even want a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
He want 300 and
Right.
kill 3,000. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's how that's the spirit we should have. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That coffee bumping, man.
That's right.
That coffee bumping. We got that new stuff in the house, huh? Go ahead and tie yourself up because we've got to call you up, man. Okay, come on. All right, let's call up the next priest.
Isaac, GEN.YAHANNA, SHALAM.
Aitazah, Bambanyamyan, Banyashala.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. Check the feed, bro. Make sure it's wild.
La Shalom.
Ayashala. All right, so we're gonna be picking up in 1 Samuel chapter 31 and verse 8. Okay.
Book of 1 Samuel, chapter 31, verse 8 in Hebrew. Yahaya Makara Wa Yaba'awa Palashakim La Pashat Ha Kalalayam Ha Kalalayam Waya Mataza Awa Sha'awa Wa Shalasha Bunyawa Napoleon Bahar Ha Galabai Waya Korakwa Ra'ashwa Waya Pashatwa Pashatwa Waya Pashatwa
Shaya. Okay, go ahead. No, I don't really hear the ya.
Waya Pashatwa
Okay.
Koyawa Waya Shalakwa Ba Arataza Palashtoyam Sabayab Sabayaba La Bashar Bayath I Taza Bayaham Wa'ath Ha Ain verse 10 Waya Shaya Mawa Waya Shayamwa Koyawa Bayath I Shatawa I Shatarawa Wa'ath Gawa Yatawa Takwa Aiwa Ba Kawat Ma Baya, it's like a Baya, Shun, 11. Waya Shama Iowa, or Waya Shamaiwa, it's like Oyawa, Waya Ba, it's like Ya Shabaya, Ya Bayash, Ga La'aid, Ashar, Aishawa, or Aishawa, Palashakyam, La Sha Awal. Verse 12. Waya Kwawa Mawa, Call, Ayash, Khayal, Waya Lakawa, Call, Ha Laya La, Waya Kwa Khawa, Gawaya, Sha Awal, Wa'a, Gaya, sorry, Gawaya, Ban Yawa, Ma Khawama, what's like Ma Khawama, Baya, Shan, Waya Ba'awa, Ya Bash, Ya Bash, Ya Basha,
Yabasha.
Ya Basha, Ha, Waya Shara Power, Atham, Sham, Waya Kwa Khawa, I Tazamataya Hum, Waya Kwa Barawa, Waya Kwa Barwa,
That's good. Yeah.
Ta Kha, Ha Ashar, Baya Basha, Waya Tazamawa, Shaba Ai, Yamayam. Is that a word? Shama wa all? Is that the word?
Shama
That's the
wa
next
all.
word?
That's saying the second book of Samuel.
Oh, got you. Right. Right. Okay. Okay, this is another book.
Yeah. You
So,
going?
keep
Yeah.
going?
Yeah.
Yep.
And call it out.
All right. The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 1. Waya haya Akariah, Mawath, Sha'awal, Wa Dawada, Shab, Shabbat, Maha Kawath, Ha Aimalakwa, Waya Shab, Dawada, Ba Tazakwa Lag, Ba Tazakwa Laga, Ya Mayam, Shanyam.
Right.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 31, verse 8 in the Basset tongue. Parts.
That's all right.
And it came to pass on the morrow, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, that they found Saul and his 3 sons fallen in Mount Gilboa, and they cut off his head and stripped off his armor, and sent into the land of the Philistines round about to publish it in the house of their idols and among the people.
They showing out.
Yeah.
They showing out basically.
Flexing.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all call it flexing. I call it showing out. It's showing out.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
You see, I related to that.
Yeah. You know,
Like, yeah, that's it.
see, when I was young, it was always you're showing out. You know what I mean? But now it's flexing. So okay, no sweat. No sweat. Go ahead.
Right. And they put his armor in the house of Astara,
They hung that on the wall like the white man, like the heathen do them.
The animals.
Yeah, the animals and all that stuff. He put his stuff on the wall. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead.
And they fastened his body to the wall.
Oh Lord, the whole body. You know they nasty.
Damn.
This thing rotting and decaying, and they got it in the house on the wall.
Right.
Hey, uncircumcised.
Uncircumcised.
Go ahead.
And they fastened his body to the wall of Bethshan. And when the inhabitants of the Jabesh Gilead heard of that which the Philistines had done to Saul, all the valiant men arose and went all night, and took the body of Saul and the body of his sons from the wall of Bethshan, and came to Jabesh and burnt them there. And they took their bones and buried them under a tree at Jabesh and fasted 7 days. Like, is that door locked? Hey, Shakar, you check to see if the door locked.
Okay, so sound like the bodies were on the city wall, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't inside; it was just on the city wall or whatever.
Kind of like they do with like when they slay somebody, they put their head on a stake and put it outside.
Yeah, they put some headless bodies on the city wall. You know what I mean? Naked, no armor or nothing. Just you know what I mean. Put it on the wall. You know what I mean? So
that's the spirit of the circumcised, man. Because Esau do it too, and he hangs us on trees.
Right. Exactly.
Leave you there.
You right. You exactly right. Go ahead.
Dang.
And this is the first. They say they burnt Saul and his son's body.
Yeah.
Then that's you know what I mean. Like I'm gonna ask. You know what I mean. Like is that lawful? I know it's not. Our culture.
Right.
So you know what I mean. Like because first thing I think is like poor people today. They cremate their loved ones. You know what I mean. Because they ain't got the money. It's much cheaper to burn them. You know what I mean.
That's
so.
Not lawful. I've heard Muhammad say that. Okay. Our culture is to bury.
Right. Yeah, I heard him say it's not.
I mean, but like, is it a law?
Yeah, I heard
it's different in it just being our culture and it being a law. You know what I mean? So I was definitely going to ask that question. Go ahead.
I heard him say that it was lawful, but it's not our culture.
Right. Go ahead.
It's lawful,
like
we don't.
Culture.
Yeah,
like,
it's not our culture.
So it's not.
It's not how you should bury it.
It's not how you should bury it.
I heard him say that you can't keep the ashes around you. You just unclean them.
Right. I heard that too.
Yeah. I remember that class.
Anyway, verse 1 in the Basseton of 2 Samuel. Now it came to pass after the death of Saul, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Amalekites, and David had abode 2 days in Ziklag. Verse 1, 2 Samuel.
David about to, you know what I mean? David about to rise up. About to, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I already knew it, you know what I mean? Like when we had read, as soon as I read that, Saul died, I knew, okay, now, when he's going to come from out the shadows.
And the prophecy that, you know what I'm saying, we read it a few chapters back or whatever, about how, he would take up the throne and, Saul was going to die and David was crying about it and all this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
You remember? So yeah, like he was, you know what I'm saying? He knew it was coming. He's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just hide out until this man died. Lay low till this man die. You feel me? But I know it's coming. So that's what's up, though. So now we're going in the second verse.
Yeah, we're gonna start at verse 2 to 8.
Kind of. The water. The book of 2 Samuel. Chapter 1, verse 2 in the Hebrew. Wa-Yahya, Ba-Ya-Wam, Ha-Shala-Yawak, it's like it. Ha-Shala-Yashaya, Wa-Ha-Na, Ayash, Ba'a, Man, or Mana. Yeah, I don't know if that's man or mana. Verse 2.
Yeah, mana. You don't know, just go ahead and sound them. Yeah.
Ha ma Khana, Ma'ain, Sha'alawa. So like I read it back. Sha'awal, Wa Baga the Yawa, Kwa Ra'ayam, Wa Wa Adama, Al, Ra Ashawa, Waya Haya, Ba'awa, All, Davida, Waya Paul, Waya Palas, like Ratazaha, Waya Shatakawa, Waya Amaru, what's that? Waya Amar, Lawa, Davida, Aya, Mazaha, Ta Bawa'a, Waya Amar, Oyuwa, Ma Khana, Yasha'ala, Nama Latataya, that's 4. Waya Amar, Oyuwa, Dawida, Maha, Hayaha, Dabar, Hagad, Na'a, Laya, Waya Amar, Ashar, Nam, Nasa, Ain.
That's a ma.
That's a Nasa.
Hmm?
Nasa.
Nama.
That's a Sa. That's a Ma. That's a Sa.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought you was up there. Gotcha. The water. Go ahead.
Come. Lost my place.
Mana.
Okay. Nasa, Ha'ain, Mana, Ha Malachama, Wagam, Ha Rabah, Nepal, Mana, Ha Ain, Waya Mathawa, Wa Gam, Sha'awal, Waya Ha Wanathan. Oh, somebody. GEN.YAHANNA.
Johnny, people up.
Man. Kind of threw on them. Banya, what's it like? Banawa, Matawa, verse 5. Waya Amar, Dawada, all, Ha Ga Ira, Ha Na Ira, Ha Magayad, Lawa, Ayaka, Ya Da'if, Kaya, Mata, Sha'awal, Waya Hawanathan, Banawa, verse 6. Waya Amar, Hana Ira, Ha Magayad, Lawa, Na Kwara Yataya, Bahar, Hagalabai, Wa Hana, Sha'awal, Na Sha'ain, Al, Ka Nayatawa, Wahaga, it's like Wahana, Ha Rakaba, Waba Ilaya, Ha Parashayam, Parashim, Ha Da Bakwahawa, verse 7. Waya Pun, Ha Karayawa, Waya Ra Anya, Waya Kwara'a, Oya, it's like Oya, Wa Amar, Ha Na Naya, Waya, verse 8. Waya Amar, Laya, Maya, Atha, Waya Amar, Ayawa, Aimo, it's like Aim love, I Ma Lakoya, Anakaya. The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 2, in the Basque tongue. It came even to pass on the third day that, behold, a man came out of the camp from Saul with his clothes rent and earth upon his head. So he tore his clothes off, threw sand on his head.
Nigga dip. You know, he dipped out of there. You know, go ahead. Though.
Okay.
How else you come out alive?
Yeah.
You lost the battle, but you come out alive. What does that mean?
You cleared it.
You dipped, man. You out of there. You know what I mean? You saw it wasn't going right, and all right, I'm gone.
This is another instance where you can use the word flex. He flexed.
He flexed. Wow. Okay.
It's two instances. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's,
okay.
What's that word? It's double. It's twofold.
Twofold.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So yeah, you can flex or you can flex.
Okay. I say dip. You know what dip mean, right?
Yeah.
Like you know when somebody running.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever notice when somebody really running fast, what they do?
Get low.
They dip down. You
Yeah.
can dip. You know, he dipped. Go ahead.
And so it was when he came to David that he fell to the earth and did obeisance.
Look that one up. Look that one up, Shakar.
Obeisance. Obeisance.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
So obeisance, the word they used for it was shaka. In Hebrew, it just means to bow.
To bow.
Kavokah.
What was it called? How do you?
Shaka in the Hebrew. That's the word they used for that word.
I don't see that in. Okay, verse. That was verse 2.
Kavokah. You see it? You see? It's right at the end.
Right at the
Why
end.
is shaka?
Why you ask Shakatwa?
He bowed to him.
Okay,
Why
yeah. They put in the beginning of it, right? Right. Yep.
Shaka means bow?
Huh?
What is
Shakatwa.
Okay, so it says
Waya Shakatwa.
Shakatwa.
Yeah, that's common. I got it. In the Bible dictionary, it says the same thing. The act of bowing low or of prostrating oneself.
Okay. Well,
I got Waya Shakatwa.
Yeah, I see. Shakatwa.
All right. Well, it means to bow.
Yeah. It's just they put the wa and the ya in front of it, right?
Yeah,
to make it
means
to make it in and make it
him.
Past tense or him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Say why ya?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he.
Yeah.
And he.
Okay. The ya is he makes it.
Yeah.
Okay. Most High Christ. All right, go ahead. The what?
Verse 3. And David said unto him, From whence comest thou? And he said unto him, Out of the camp of Israel am I escaped. And David said unto him, How went the matter? I pray thee, tell me. And he answered, That the people are fled from the battle, and many of the people are fallen and dead. And Saul and Jonathan, his son, are also dead. Are dead also. And David said unto the young man that told him, How knowest thou that Saul and Jonathan, his son, be dead? And the young man that told him said, As I happened by chance upon Mount Gilboa, behold, Saul leaned upon his spear, and lo, the chariots and horsemen followed hard after him. And when he looked behind him, he saw me and called unto me. And I answered, Here I am. It's like, here am I. I might be a little dyslexic, y'all. And he said unto me, Who art thou? And I answered him, I am an Amalekite. And he said unto me again.
That was it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was it. But man, I don't remember this. It's like he making something up. I don't know. Because you know what I mean? Like when we read it, it said his armor bearer was there. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's see what.
He's an Amalekite, right?
Yeah,
I know they're known for lying.
yeah. Go ahead, Shratazar. You're gonna start at 1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 9.
All right, come. Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1 and verse 9 in the Hebrew. Wire Amar, Alya, Ahmad, Na'a, Alya, Wama, Thanaya, Kaya, Khazanaya, Shabbataza, Shabbataza.
Is it a Tata?
What you say?
Shabtaza.
Hashabataza.
It's like your name on the line.
Hashabataza.
Okay.
Kaya, call. Iwad. Napashia, Kaya. Ahmad. Alyawa. Thahawa, Kaya. Yada Kaya. La'a. Kaya. Yaha. Akarya. Napowa. Quack. Hana Zar. Ashar. Al. Ra'ashwa. Taza Aida. Ashar. Al. Zara Iwa. Zarai. Zar Iwa.
Mm-hmm.
By your all. Ada Naya. Hana. Waya Chazakwak. Huh?
Is it quoi?
Waya Chazakwak.
Yeah.
Dawada. Babaga Dawa. Waya Kora'ain. Wagam. Call. Nashyam. Ashar. Afwa. Waya Sapad. Waya Sapadawa. Waya Bakwawa. Waya Bakawa. Waya Tazamawa. Her Irab. Al. Sha'awal. Wa'al. Yahawa Nathan. Yahawanathan. Banwa. Wa'al. Ain. Yahweh. Wa'al. Bayah. Yasha'ala Kaya. Napawa. Bakaraba.
That coffee hit.
Supposed to stop at 15. Waya Amar Dawada all Hana Ira Hama Gayada Lawa Aya Maza Atha Waya Amar Ban Ayash Gar I Malakoya Anakaya Waya Amar Alyawa Dawada Ayaka La'a Yara'af La Shalak Yadaka La Shakath Ath Mashiach Yahweh Waya Kora'a Dawada La'a Khad Maha na Irayam Waya Amar Gasha Paga Salaka, Pagai, Bawa, Waya, Kahawa, Waya, Math.
Shit.
Good night.
Shakar.
Put some big words down.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, that's chapter 1, verse 9.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 9, the Master tongue. And I answered him.
Chapter 1, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Should be.
He said unto me again.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, well, in this book, you don't really tell you where it starts.
Oh, yeah, that's all.
And he said unto me again, stand, I pray thee, upon me, and slay me, for anguish is come upon me, because my life is yet whole in me. So I stood upon him and slew him, because I was sure that he could not live after that he was fallen.
Okay, so this is saying when he did thrust himself, that didn't finish him. So he came out, he just happened to come along. Saul's wounded, and he said, finish me.
Yeah, he called him over there.
Yeah, who art thou or whatever, and he said, finish me. Okay, so this is, all right, clearing up what really happened. Okay, go ahead.
He gave me the record. Yeah. For anguish is come upon me, because my life is yet whole in me. So I stood upon him and slew him, because I was sure that he could not live after that he was fallen.
Before you read on, I'm sure he's gonna die for that.
Yeah, right.
I'll just, you know what I mean? Like, David gonna hear that jump and be like, oh, you killed him, huh? Okay. Go ahead.
Come check this out.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
And I took the crown that was upon his head,
Oh, Lord.
and the bracelet that was on his arm, and have brought them hither unto my Lord.
Yeah, right. Like you knew it. You know what I mean? Like he just, come on, man. If David wasn't there, he'd have kept going with that jump and pawned it somewhere else. You know what I mean?
He trying to redeem himself.
Yeah, go ahead.
I killed him, but I did. I got the crown.
Yeah, brought this for you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Then David took hold on his clothes and rent them, and likewise all the men that were with him, and they mourned and wept and fasted until even for Saul and for Jonathan his son, and for the people of the Lord, and for the house of Israel, because they were fallen by the sword. And David said unto the young man that told him, whence art thou? And he answered, I am the son of a stranger, and a Amalekite. And David said unto him, how wast thou not afraid to stretch forth thine hand to destroy the Most High's anointed?
Mm-hmm.
And David called one of the young men and said, go near and fall upon him.
Hey, let me get one of my little niggas.
How you did it? How you gonna go and kill the Most High?
That's like me standing in front of this cat. Itazal's behind me. You know Itazal. That nigga go come out. like a you know what I mean? Like we be out there, we be out there Hebrew Academy. Itazal be the first one be like ready to go in one of them cats. Hey, stand down.
One of my young niggas on this.
Yeah, right. On this devil,
man.
Go ahead.
On this uncircumcised.
Yeah.
Uncircumcised,
Go
man.
ahead.
Pepperoni cat.
Go ahead. Finish it up.
I think that was it.
Yeah,
No, you didn't finish 15. You didn't finish 15.
Oh. Okay.
After he said fell upon him,
Oh, okay, I got you. And he smote him that he died.
Right. Okay, there you go. I knew it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, killed. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, you should have been like, no, my Lord, you're not going to die. Come, I got you. Let's put the safety. You know what I mean? He just going, oh, yeah, I got you. And twisted it. Yeah, there you go. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You can't
Especially like him being a heathen. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
And they burnt their bodies.
Go ahead.
They was definitely the top of the cat, let that slide.
Yeah, anybody gonna let that slide?
He gonna be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I took his crown, I took his bracelet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
David, like, no
Let me get that up off you.
Yeah, let me get that real quick.
Get that ball on.
Yeah. He writes it off. Come on, man.
No sweat.
Go ahead. Give me
How you gonna get rid of it?
chapter 1, verse 16 through 22.
2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 16 in the Hebrew. Okay, let's go. Wire Amar, all you will. Dawada, Dama Yakuk, Al, Ash, Ashka,
Ashk.
huh?
Ashka.
Ra'ashka, Kaya, Payak, Aina, Baka, La Amar, Anakaya, Ma Thataya, Af, Ma Shayak, Yahweh, Waya Quanan, Dauda, Af, Ha, Quayana, Hazaath, Al, Sha'awal, Wa'al, Yahawanathan, Banwa, Waya Amar, Lalamad, Banya, Yahawada, Hoshaf, Hana, Katha, Waba, Al, Sapar, Ha Yashar, Ha Tazavaya, Yasha Allah, Al, Bamawa, Thayaka, Ka Lala, Kalal, Ayaka, Nepalwa, or Napalawa, Gabarayam, all, Kagaya Dawa, or Gath, all, Thubat Sharwa, Ba Kawa Ba Hawa Tazath, good night. Shakwa Lawan Pan Thasha Makana Banwath Palashathium Pan Al Zana Banwath Ha'ai Ralayum Haraya Baga Labai All Tala Wa All Matar Al Yukum Washadaya Thara Wamath Kaya Sham Naga Al Magan Gabo Warayum Magan
Gaba Warrior.
Sounds right.
Gaba Warrium Magan Sha'awal Balaya Ma Shayakha
Mashiach.
Mashiach
Anointed.
Anointed.
Ba Shaman Bashamana. Good night.
Shema.
Madam Salaka Ka Lalayam Ma Khalab Gabo Warrium Quashath Yahawanathan La'a Na Shawaga Kawar Wakarab Sha'awal La'a Thashawab Raya Kum Raya Koma.
That's it.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1, verse 19.
Verse 16.
Verse 16.
Oh, God. In the bastard tongue. And David said unto him, Thy blood be upon thy head, for thy mouth has testified against thee, saying, I have slain the Most High's anointed.
Most High Christ. Go ahead.
And David lamented with this lamentation over Saul and over Jonathan his son.
It's like real quick though, like David is mourning Saul after everything Saul has done. You know what I mean? Like, that's real brotherhood. He loved, you know what I mean? Like that's like that's that scripture, you know what I'm saying? If you know if your enemy smite you on the right cheek, give him the left, you know what I'm saying? Like that's real brotherhood, right? That's real love for the Most High. How do you love the Most High?
By loving your brother.
Right. You know what I mean? Like that. David, no wonder David is a man, you know what I mean? After Most High. Go ahead.
And like what you said, that like how I said that David was a man after his own, after the Lord's heart, it makes me think how the precept that said that even the Lord takes no pleasure in the death of the wicked.
Right. You know what I mean? Like that's David, man.
Yeah.
We want to, you know what I mean? Like we definitely want to be like Yahweh, but boy, be like David. David, real man, you real nigga, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
If I may,
go ahead.
It's like what you said, like, you know, after all them times you tried to kill him, like this man, David could have killed Saul.
Yeah, twice.
And had mercy on him. Yeah. And then some heathen come and kill him. And he's like, man, you gotta die.
Yeah. I'm not, that's
and all Saul wanted to do until the day he died was kill David.
Right.
Like, that's
real shit, real stuff. Most High Christ. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay.
Water.
Also, he bade them teach the children of Judah the use of the bow. Behold, it is written in the book of Jasher, the beauty of Israel is slain upon thy high places. How are the mighty fallen? Right. Tell it not in God. Publish it not in the street of Ascalon.
That verse 18, that's a good verse to use when Christians say we should just love everybody and be soft and, you know, gay and, you know what I mean, love our enemy, you know what I mean? That's not what it's saying right here. It say teach your sons how to use the bow, man. You know what I mean? Like, the Lord will be with us and we won't lose these battles. You know what I'm saying? Your son be gay and soft, and you know what I mean? We at war right now, and our sons are gay and soft, and you know what I mean? They don't know how to use the bow. You know what I mean? So
they know how to use that rainbow.
Yeah,
they misuse the rainbow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Like you teach your sons how to be a warrior. You know, in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to be doing. Go ahead.
Come. The beauty of Israel is slain upon the high places. How are the mighty fallen? Tell it not in God. Publish it not in the street of Escalon, lest the daughters of the Philistines rejoice.
Yeah, you know, just like the daughters of Israel rejoiced it when David won that first battle. Remember, he was coming home from the battle and they were singing and dancing. You know what I'm saying? They was rejoicing. We don't want the uncircumcised. You know what I mean? We don't want their daughters rejoicing over us. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Lest the daughters of the uncircumcised triumph. Mm-hmm. Ye mountains of Gilboa, let there be no dew, neither let there be rain upon you, nor fields of offerings. For there the shield of the mighty is vilely cast away, the shield of Saul, as though he had not been anointed with oil. From the blood of the slain, from the fat of the mighty, the bow of Jonathan turned not back, and the sword of Saul returned not empty.
Right.
Is that it?
Yeah. So yeah, we need to be warriors out here.
Right.
We need to be warriors for the Most High.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like we go to camp, you know what I mean? We warriors, you know what I'm saying? We need to know Yakarab, you know what I'm saying? We need to know, you know what I mean? Like how to defend ourselves and stand up for our nation and the Most High, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we need to be teaching our children. That's what we need to be teaching each other, and that's what we need to be, warriors, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna read this last set, and then we'll go ahead and finish it up, head to camp if possible. Okay. All right. So, 2 Samuel, Salakia, chapter 1 and verse 23. Okay. Sha'awal, why Yahweh Nathan, why Yahwanathan, Hana Ahabyam, Waha Na'ayam Slakia, Waha Na'ayamama, Baka Yaham, Waba Amawatam, La'a Napar Dawa, Mana Sharyam, Kwalawa, Ma'a Ma'araya Wath, Gaba Rawa, Gabarwa, Bun Wata, Yasha'ala, Al, Sha'awal, Baka, Yana, Hama, Salakia, Habala, Shakam, Shanaya, Salakia, Shanya, Ain, Ida, Nayam, Hama Ailaha, Idaya, Zahab, Ail, Labawa Shokan, Yaka, Na Palawa. Say that again. Napalawa. Gaba Rayam, Gabaryam, Ba Tawaka, Hama Laka Maha, Waha Wana Tan, Yahawanathan. Right. I'll Bama Watan Yaka, Ka Lala, Tazar, Laya, Ila Yaka, Kaya, Ha, Ya Hawanathan, Na'aimata, Laya, Ma'ada, Ma'ad, Na Pala'ata, Habataka, Laya, Ma'a Habath, Na Shayam, Slakia, Yaka, Nepalawa, Gaba, Waryam, Waya Abadka, Slaki, Yaba, Slaki, Waya Abadwa, Kalia, Mala Maha, Wayaha, Wayahaya, Akaria, Khan, Waya Shawal, Waya Sha'al, Dawada, Baya Hayawa, Baya Yahweh, La Amar, Ha'a Ailaya, Ba Akath, Iraya, Wa Slaki, Yaha, Wadaha, Yahawada, Slaki, Waya Amar, Yahweh, Aliyawa, Aliyaha, Waya Amar, Dawada, Ana, Ailaha, Waya Amar, Ka, Barana, Waya Ail, Sham, Dawada, Wagam, Wataya, no, Shataya, Nashayawa, Aka, Yana'aim, Haya Zarwai La Yam, Slaki, Haya Zara Aila Yam, Slaki, damn it. Haya Zara Aila Yata, Wa'a Bayagala All, Ayash, Slaki, Ashata, Nabal, Hakara Malaya,
That's it.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 1, verse, chapter 1, verse 22,
23.
3. So like in the bastard tongue, Saul and Jonathan were lovely and pleasant in their lives, and in their death.
What does that mean?
I mean, shoot, it says Saul and Jonathan were lovely and pleasant in their lives. I mean, they lived good lives. They, you know what I'm saying? They were good people, so to speak. Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And in their death, they were not divided.
Right. Live together, die together.
Right.
Shakar, the water.
They were swifter than eagles. They were stronger than lions. Yea, daughters of Israel, weep over Saul, who clothed you in scarlet with other delights.
You took care of them ribs, you know what I mean? Took care of the sisters and brothers. Go ahead.
Who put on ornaments of gold upon your apparel. How are the mighty fallen in the midst of the battle, man? Listen, Sluggy. We was listening to a song on the way over here. He sounding like Teddy right now.
Oh, okay.
Like he crying, man. He pleading, man. Like, and that's what's heavy, if I may.
Go ahead.
That's what's heavy about it, because we know Saul to be, we know David to be poetic or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Always writing songs. And it shows you where Judah get it from. You know what I'm saying? You think back, all the brothers, all the cats that was on that, baby, please, don't need and all that. Like,
that's like I was bringing out last night. You know, like these 12 tribes, we all got the same spirit, man. We all got the same, vibe. You know what I mean? Even if it's not, you know what I mean, with knowledge, you look at us as a people, and you could tell. You know what I mean? Like, that's a brother, or that's a sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody else can get down like we do. Just that's it. Nobody can vibe like we do. Nobody else can do it like we do. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a brother or a sister, and you just, by the way they move, even if they try to be like the uncircumcised and talk all like this, you be like, man, you need to cut that junk out, man. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell who we are. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
it's a whole front.
Yeah.
O Jonathan, thou wast slain in thine high places. I am distressed for thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant hast thou been unto me.
Mm-hmm.
Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women. Now, for me.
Go ahead.
You know
I was
what
gonna
I'm
say
saying?
something too. Go ahead.
Okay, you got it.
Go ahead. Nah, but you know what I mean? Like that's just saying, you know what I mean? Like a woman can't come and whisper something in your ear and make you turn against your brother.
Right.
That's all that's saying. That's not saying he want to lay with the brother or nothing like
Right.
that. He just saying, you know what I mean? Like he's letting you know, because like as men, women that's it. We live and die, you know what I mean? Like for the love of a woman. But that love is not gonna make me turn against Officer Shakar or Officer Itazar or Officer Sharatazar. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's saying. That's not saying I want to lay with my brother. That's just saying I love my brother so much that this woman, when I'm laid up with her, you know, niggas get soft, you know, when the lights off and y'all, you know what I mean? Niggas, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, hey, so go ahead, Sharatazar.
Like today, like how we say, bros before hoes. Like,
Right. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to say that, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like, cause that's what they say in the world. We grew up hearing that, you know what I mean? But we didn't know the spirit wasn't the same. You know what I mean? It was there, but it's not the same as in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas say that junk in the street, but they lying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They lying. You know what I
They
mean?
gonna put that hole before they.
Yeah. Go ahead, Shakar.
You know, it's for sure not talking about David not loving women in that sense, because the brother had multiple wives.
He had 2 wives. You know what I'm saying?
You love women that much.
Yeah, and he lamented when he got back and they had, you know, captured his wives and children. You know what I mean? So it ain't like the brother, you know what I mean? Because if it wasn't that, he'd be like, oh well, you know what I mean?
If I could.
Yeah, you know, okay, well, you know, I got my brothers. Nah, he would have found his ribs. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what his brothers are for. You know what I'm saying?
Right. If I may, like it's heavy, like you saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like brothers fall out the truth all the time over a woman. You know what I'm saying? They'll drop their sword. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of brothers.
I ain't gonna say all the time, but
I mean, okay, yeah, it's a lot. My bad.
Brothers do, you know what I mean? It has happened.
It's happened.
You know what I mean? But
It
like,
happens.
if you know what I mean, like that's why we, you know what I mean, we see who a brother is. What does it say? You know what I mean? Like, know them who labor against amongst you. You know this, that, and the third. So we try brothers, we push brothers. You know what I mean? Like the test them and see who they really are. You know, some of them, you know, during that test, that's when they fall. You know what I'm saying? Because we testing them and pushing them, and you know what I mean. Like, and eventually, if they ain't supposed to be here, if they don't really love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, meaning they don't love the Most High, they gonna go and, you know, love their woman and serve themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. Shit.
He calling Jonathan his brother. Like, he know that.
Right.
He ain't calling him, you know,
Not his lover,
his
but
wife.
his brother.
You know, he's not loving.
Go ahead. Wrap it up.
It's like, very pleasant hast thou been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women. How are the mighty fallen, and the weapons of war perished? Chapter 2, verse 1. And it came to pass after this that David inquired of the Most High, saying, shall I go up into any of the cities of Judah? And the Most High said unto him, go up. And David said, whither shall I go up? And he said, unto Hebron. So David went up thither, and his 2 wives also.
And who?
His 2 wives also.
That's right. Go ahead.
Ahinoam and the Jezreelites.
I'm gonna get me a Jezreelite. Give me one of those. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And Abigail, Nabal's wife.
Right.
The Carmelite. Listen, I want me a Carmelite.
Wife.
Nice too.
I want me a Carmelite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I need a new rib.
Sounds like Ashanti or something.
You know
That's what I'm
saying?
talking about.
Sounds like Nia Long.
It sounds sweet, man. Shoot. All right, that's it. So
that's it.
yeah, that's it for that. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and close out the Sabbath service. The water for all you brothers and sisters, you know what I mean, chiming in and getting down with us, you know what I'm saying, serving the Most High, you know what I mean, trying to take back this culture of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
And the only way we're going to get it back is we take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What is that?
Hey, pull up the app and let's see what's going on first.
Is that the?
Oh, okay.
That's the doorbell.
That's the doorbell?
Yeah, I got it plugged in over there. Okay, with that,
Thai
we're
restaurant.
gonna end the Sabbath service.
So, dude. Mario. Yeah.
Good and lit.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Men of Israel, gird up your loins and prepare to salute the Torah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
We'll say Amagium,
Which means
which means to stand, or Panyakudam, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer first in the Hebrew and then in the English. Repeat after me. Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayah,
Shabbat Shemayah,
Kodash,
Kodash,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malakutka,
Malakutka, Taba'ah,
Ratazaka,
Watazaka,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Ba'aratiza,
Ba'aratiza,
Kawak,
Kawak,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Bashamayah,
Ba'Shemayah,
Nathanawa,
Nathanawa, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalakhlanawa, Kabawatanawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawat Yenawa, Wala'ah, W'aynawa, Bonasayawan, Abo, Abashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwat, Wa'ala, Watapara, Wa'awalamyam, Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Hakak the power. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Ba'asham,
Yahushai,
Yahushai, Babakashah, Nathalanawa, Aka, Aka, Larpa'ah, Kalmakala, Akamarawa, Aka, Latahar, Amatazarayim, Aka, Lahakwiyam, Hamathiyam, Aka, Awakarwa, Tama'ala, Lagarshan, Ba'asham, Yahushai, the water Aman. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power, the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it.
Blessings. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Why Yahushai?
Why Yahushai?
Why
Wa Mayaka'ala. Wa Alahayim. Matazab Ya'ah. Alawap Yahanna. Ha Alawapyan. Ha Suranyam. Ha Kotazayanyam. Ha Koyayolyam. Waha Akwathian. Yahweh. Bahasham. Yahweh. The water Amar. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanan.
Commanding General Yohanan.
The generals.
The general.
The captains.
The captain.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahahorium.
Ahahorium.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Wa'arataza. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Anala'a. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yayishan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Kazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyaka. Yawamam. Ashamash. Ayakalka. Wayarak. Walayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makorah. Yashamar. Apnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'aka. Wabawa'aka. Ma'aita. Wa'ai. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From which cometh my help.
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yashar'Allah
he that keepeth Yahweh
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out,
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out,
and thy coming in,
and thy coming in,
from this time forward,
from this time forward,
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
All Damayalaka.
Al Damayalaka.
All Takarash.
Al Takarash.
All Tashakwat.
Al Tashakwat.
All. Yahana.
Yahana.
Awiyabika.
Awiyabika.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Wama Shanaka.
Wayashamayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'adwa. Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayatha Ya'aitazawa.
Wayata Ya'aitazawa.
Altazapawanyaka.
Altazapawanyaka.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Lakawa.
Lakadwa. Wanakakida. Mongolia. Wala'ah. Yazakar. Shamyasha'ala. Iwad. Kaya. Nawa'aitazawa. La. Yakadwa. Alyaka. Barya. Yakarathwa. Aholia. Alawam. Wayashamai Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wahagoria. Gabal. Wa'aimawan. Wa'aimalak. Palashat. I'm Yashabia. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zorwa. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Aisha Laham. Kamadian. Kasaya Sara'ah. Kayabian. Banakal. Koyashwan. Nashamadwa. By Ayanda Arak. Iowa. Daman. La Adama. Shayatamwa. Nadayamawa. Kayarab. Wakazaaba. Wakazabat. Wakatazalmanai. Kalnaya Shikamwa. Ashar. Amorwa. Nayarashah, Nalawa, Na'awa, Alahaya, Alahaya, Shayatumwa, Pagawdala, Pakwas, Lapanya Ka'ash, Taba'ira Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Aryam, Khan, Taradatma, Wasa'irika, Wabasawapatka, Nabahalam, Mala'ah, Punyahan, Kualawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Aliyai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Ata, Shemka, Yahweh, Labadka, Aliwan, Alkaha Arataza. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh,
And hold not thy peace.
and hold not thy peace.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
thy enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden one.
and consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
and let us cut them off from being a nation,
that the name of Yashar'Allah may be no more remembered.
that the name of Yashar'Allah may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarines,
and the Hagarines,
the Baal and Ammon,
the Baal and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Assur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah.
They have opened the children of Lot, Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brick of Kasan,
at the brook of Kasan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Arad,
Make their nobles like a red,
and like Ze'ed.
and like Zed.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Zabah,
as Abba,
and as Zamuna,
and as
who
Amun,
said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
the house of God in possession.
O my power,
O my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the supper before the wind,
as a fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burnt the wood,
and as a flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy temper,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded,
let them be confounded,
in trouble forever.
and in trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame,
let them be put to shame,
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Sorry, which means return. Sisters may be seated. Men of Israel, we'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh. Sisters may stand. Men of Israel, we'll salute the sisters in the class. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak,
Yahweh Shemal Atah Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh. Hands down. Class dismissed.
Sister almost fell short of the salute. Just, girl, please.
Did she miss?
Barely made the salute.
Hey, did she miss the last one?